Hi, I'm Bailey, and this is the December edition of the Redcoat Rundown. After a long break from the stage, the theater department showcased their play this past November. Here to tell us all about it is Redcoat correspondent Michael Vignone.
I'm here with Mr. Boyle, who directed this year's fall play. So, Mr. Boyle, what was it like putting together the play this year?
Well, it was actually normal for the most part. We were excited to do A Voice in the Dark, a Salem story, which is an interesting tale on the Salem witch trials from the 1690s up in Salem, Massachusetts. And it was great to be able to, have a pretty normal production process from start to end. We met in person on our weekly basis for our rehearsals, and we were able to have people in the auditorium. And it was great to be, back to business and back to normal.
Yeah, and what did it feel like to have the crowd back in the auditorium for the first time in almost 2 years?
It was great. I mean, we're really lucky here at Berlin High School. We have a beautiful performance facility in our auditorium, and we love showing it off any time we get. And to not be able to do that last year was tough, as innovative as we all got in moving outside. For the musical, but we were thrilled to be able to welcome folks back into our space and to really share the magic and the joy of live theater with them back in an indoor setting, safely, of course. And it's great to see our students back on stage.
I'm here with Ruth, who plays Sarah Good in A Salem Story. So, Ruth, what does it feel like to be back on stage after so long away?
It feels amazing. I mean, I love theater, but it's like a community of people. And when we first all stepped on stage, it was like a breaking moment. It was like, oh, we're back, because you could see all the lights again, and you could see people sitting in the rows in the audience, and you're just like, wow, oh, it's so good. It's so good. I'm so excited.
I'm here with Noah Miller, who played Francis in A Voice in the Dark. So, Noah, how long have you been acting?
I've been acting since 8th grade, so I did take a break in my junior year, but every year since I've been acting in the plays and musicals.
So what was your favorite scene in this year's play?
My favorite scene would have to be the first church scene after Rebecca gets kidnapped. It's a very intense, very emotional scene. You have anger, you have sadness. No one really knows what's going on. It's a very chaotic scene that really envelops what the show is about.
I'm here with Maddie Carlson, who played Abigail in A Voice in the Dark. So, Maddie, how long have you been acting?
I've been acting for about 3 to 4 years.
And who's your favorite character in the show?
My favorite character is probably Sarah Nurse because she was like really quick wit and funny.
I'm here with Laura Sarazin, one of our seniors who played Deliverance in A Voice in the Dark. So, Laura, how long have you been acting?
I've been acting since 2nd grade. This was my 36th show.
Oh my goodness, lots of shows. And all throughout the process, what's like your favorite point through it?
I think I really appreciated being able to stay backstage during the tech rehearsals and actually be able to interact with my friends. That's not something that we were able to do in the last 2 shows because of COVID. During the rehearsal, our play in 2020, of course, it was all recorded, so we had no time to stay backstage and have fun with each other. And same with Mamma Mia, we were on stage the entire time outside. So it's something that I really missed about this whole process.
Well, Laura, I can tell you it was a great show and you did a great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's so great to see everyone back on stage and able to perform in person. Thanks, Michael, for the report. Another activity we were excited to be able to bring back this fall was the Powder Puff Tournament. This was a great way for BHS students to compete, have fun, and raise money for the Tyler Kopp, Nick Zuck, and Berlin Helping Berlin Foundations. Our very own Redcoat correspondent, Calvin DeLude, went out to Sage Park to report on the event. Let's take a look.
Hello and welcome to the Redcoat Rundown Powder Puff Edition. BHS hasn't taken part in Powder Puff since 2019, and we're all super excited to have it back. I got 3 great games going on behind me, and I'm excited to walk you through the experience.
I ain't choose the game chose me. I'm a champion, I need some trophies. I can draw the lane, I can shoot the 3. I can run 100 yards, I can throw it deep. I ain't choose the game chose me. I'm a champion, I need some trophies. I can draw the lane, I can shoot the 3. I can run 100 yards, I can throw it deep. I got what it take to be a champ. You know bars life, you should come and join the camp. Title after title, put my rivals off the map. Thought you had the trophy till I came in for the snatch. I was born in it, not sworn in it. I ain't come to play, my wrist mean all business. Running like a mimic, check my jersey, all authentic. In Oakland with some Raiders till my haters deal with it. I'm in the field with it. Stop playing. I ain't choose the game, game chose me. I'm a champion, I need some trophy. I can drive the lane, I can shoot the three. I can run 100 yards, I can throw it deep.
It is the final game of the tournament between the sophomores and the juniors. Whoever wins this wins the Powder Puff tournament.
I ain't choose the game, game chose me. I'm a champion, I need some trophies. I can drive the lane, I can shoot the three. I can run 100 yards, I can throw it deep. I ain't choose the game, game chose me. I'm a champion, I need some trophies. I can drive the lane, I can shoot the three. I can run 100 yards, I can throw it deep. I do not know defeat, no. All I know is eat. True. I am ahead of these boys. All they see is cleats. 10 toes down. They won't get the best of me. I've been cooking all day. They want the recipe. No rookie, I'm OG. I am the king of the league. That mean I do what I please. Whenever I please. I keep a trick up my sleeve. Whenever they coming from me, I'ma pull up from the half. Right in your face, that's a three. I ain't choose the game, game chose me. I'm a champion, I need some trophies. I can drive the lane, I can shoot the three. I can run 100 yards, I can throw it deep.
I'm here with the three coaches of the winning sophomore team. Mason DeMauro was the defensive coordinator. Mason, you guys didn't allow a single point all tournament. How's it feel?
I mean, it feels great that our defense played immaculate. We had a pick 6 in the first game. I think we had 4 picks overall in the whole tournament. I think our defense played great. I want to shout out to Alyssa Wenzel for the pick 6. Yeah. Same with Julia Palmise.
So, Toey, some amazing play calling on offense as you're the offensive coordinator, and really just a lot of trickery in the offense, a lot of backyard football. What was your thoughts going into the games?
I just got to give it up to the players. You know, I just called the plays. They executed. They did great. You know, a lot of points on the board. Got the dub.
Evan, what are your thoughts on the overall performance of the tournament?
I think the whole team did amazing. Like, during the first practice, I didn't think we would get anywhere close to this. But honestly, the players did amazing. I couldn't ask for anything else.
You guys are Powder Puff tournament champions. How's it feel? Let's go. We got the dub.
It feels amazing.
You guys had an elite defensive performance in the final game, shutting the other team out 14-0. And what was the scheme on defense to help you guys out there?
Mason DeMauro.
Mason DeMauro, DC. Well, thanks, guys. Awesome win and congratulations.
That was quite the celebration. Congrats to the Orange team for your win. Another great outdoor activity is going for a bike ride. We were lucky enough to have the opportunity to speak with the Bike Club advisor, Mr. Arnold, about what the Bike Club is up to this year. Here to fill us in is Redcoat correspondent Dominic Pittier.
Good afternoon, everyone, or good morning, good evening, whatever time of day you're watching this. I'm Dominic Pizor, and today we will be talking about the school's Bike Club. Now, who else better to give us more information about the school's Bike Club than Bike Club coordinator and mountain bike race team coach, Mr. Jim Arnold. Mr. Arnold, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
Now, probably the biggest question I have is, what are some things that students can learn and gain from joining the Bike Club?
You can learn a little bit different perspective, gives you an opportunity to be active after school. We have rides every Thursday. We'll go to different destinations every time that we go. So the first ride's a little shorter, then each ride gets a little bit longer as we go. I think that most people like Rogers Orchards. Rogers, we always stop and get apple cider donuts and cider. That's got to be at the top of the list. Every once in a while, I like to stop at Pralines, so that's definitely a favorite. So whenever we stop at Pralines, that would be a personal favorite, I'm sure.
Well, ain't that sweet? I have heard that there is also a mountain bike team that takes place during the spring. Are there any differences between the two activities that really give a different perspective, different experience?
Absolutely. So The bike club right now, we just go to different destinations around Berlin. We ride however fast the group can ride, and it's just up to you to get to the place and get back, and then we make sure that everyone stays safe along the way. The mountain bike team is a little bit different. It's like a competitive group. So you would treat it a little bit differently than you would the bike club. So we're actually going to try to get into much better shape. So we'll meet 3 times a week instead of 1 time a week. We're actually riding at pace. So that means that if you can't keep up with the pace, you get left behind, and then I sweep everybody up.
Sounds like a much more intense experience, but fun nonetheless. Well, thank you, Mr. Arnold, for your time. I really appreciate it. And thank you all so much for watching. I'm Dominic Pietzor, and I'll see you next time.
Walnuts, peanuts, pineapple smell, grapes, melons, oranges. Oh yeah.
Thanks for the report, Dominic. The Bike Club is a great way to get outside and get active. Thank you all for checking into this edition of the Redcoat Rundown, and thanks for all the students and staff for bringing this video together. Wishing you all a happy holiday, and we'll see you next time.